we are on the penultimate session today. This is the next to the last session of the year, Kevin. Good morning. Let's take a look at whether I have this here or not. I think I do. Oh, I do. My old beat up phone here. Good morning, Kevin. It's hard to believe that we've been basically through the whole year almost, right? It's really difficult to believe that, but I am believing it. I'm glad that we were able to work this out together, and I'm really glad that we've gotten to spend some time together. Was the title? Did the title change? Oh no, maybe something happened? I don't know, did the title change? Uh-oh. Good morning, guitar. Oh, season 1. That was a mistake. That was a mistake. So yeah, good catch, man. Pretty wild times. It is a good busy time of the year, and then this is definitely the penultimate session. Tomorrow will be our last session of season 1, and I don't know what you all wanted to get out of it, if there was something that you wanted to get out of this, but I think we started the season off with a desire to understand what it is we gain out of playing the guitar, what it is that we play. Well, what do we gain out of sitting with the guitar for 1 hour at a time every weekday morning? What do we gain out of that? So today is episode 259 out of 260. Tomorrow will be our last. Unfortunately, tomorrow will be our last live stream of the year, right? And after tomorrow, we begin season 2. Season 2 will bring a wee bit of change, but that's okay. We are going to shift gears, and we are going to begin to get sort of serious about our approach. If you decide to stick around, we are going to continue maintaining our uncluttered approach to the guitar, but we are going to dial it in and really drill down on some morning rituals. Yeah, so that's about it. So fingers 1 E and a 2. Hey, good morning, Kevin. Good morning, Raul. Good morning. Who else am I missing here? I see we are in pretty good shape. Okay. Improvements are coming. Yeah, I have a few pieces of technology that I need to just kind of like just test. I don't know if that's something that you're interested in doing later on or something, like in a private session, but I'll probably likely have that worked out for tomorrow. I am going to spend some time. Yesterday we did talk about open position and what does the open position do for us. So I do think we are going to, if you stick around to the end of the show today, the end of the show, the morning ritual for guitar growth, we'll go ahead and we'll start working on this together. We'll start working on practicing the open position today and how I end up warming up in the open position. Warming up in the open position is a different process than warming up with closed positions. And maybe as we start to get through season 2, we'll start to form a composite synthesis of both open and closed positions, and those are specific there's a specific technique for that we'll maybe start talking about. And that will likely come. I appreciate that, Kevin, I really do. I have a few pieces of equipment that we're going to add that it will add a little bit of weight, but not for you, you shouldn't feel any of it, but I think what happens as we go along, we'll just get better at that, and it will sort of help us to streamline operations, I think. Hey, good morning. I see Audi H horsepower. Good morning. Yeah, we're Audi fans. Porsche fans, yeah. I didn't tell you there was a director. He's now like a warden, but of a blah blah blah. But he was selling a Porsche, and Did I ever tell you the time I was driving the Porsche around a roundabout until it, like, you know how it's a mid-engine car, and I was really wanting to test it. And I don't know if I shared that story here, but so 1E and 2. Let's get going. We have our guitars tuned. We have the metronome cranked all the way up to 60 beats per minute, and we'll go ahead and just get started with fingers 2 and 3. What we're going to do is do, Mark, good morning. Fingers 2, we're using 3 and 4, we're using 2 and 3, 1 and 2, and then we're using like 2 and 4, and then 1 and 3, and then 1 and 4. That will be the completion of our 2-finger permutations. Then what we'll do after that is use 3 fingers, and then we'll use these 3, and then we end up getting to 4 fingers, and we'll go ahead and do all of that now. The end of the session, toward the end of the session, what we'll do is we'll start warming up diatonically using the open position, because it's a useful thing to do, but it's separate from what we are actually doing here. These exercises are separate from the open position awareness, okay? 1E and 2, fingers 2 and fingers 3 and 4 on 11 and 12. Here we go. Red Panda, good morning. Can you say good morning? Good morning. Red Panda Gymnast, good morning. Yeah, and so we're just moving along now. I'm not sure if you can see what's going on, but hopefully this helps. Yeah, so what we like to do here in the morning is just start talking about the let's see, let me just bear with me just one moment. I'm not really not really on yet, so fingers, can you give a shout out to who? I can't read, what is that? There's some extra characters outside of the word, I guess, just to highlight the word. That's funny. So we've got this really nice fingers 2 and 3 for its 10 and 12, and I really appreciate you being here. If you are here and you are interested in playing the guitar, that's exactly what this live stream is about. This is about a morning ritual for guitar growth, so I definitely would appreciate if you have questions. This is about warming up with your guitar. Excuse me. This is a great place to address any questions you might have, and excuse me. It's a great place to address any questions you might have relating to warming up with the guitar. specifically relating to warming up with the guitar. Excuse me. All right, let's go ahead and just get a thing going here. Let's go ahead and get some of these, let's redirect some questions here. So we've got fingers 1 and 2. Oh, you can't see that, can you? Let's go ahead and 1 and 2, 3 and 4. So fingers 1 and 2 on 10 and 12. And we're just moving through the warm-up session with down, up, down, up. That's right. Super simple. Smash that like button. If you're here and you haven't yet done that, that's one real low-key way to, easy way, so low barrier way to support the channel is by just smashing that like button. Do the old smash-a-rooney. Yeah, all right. So if you would like to share this, you could also share this session with guitar playing friends of yours who enjoy sort of just like ripping on the guitar. And if you have guitar player friends who want to be here in the mornings, this is a great place to sort of interface with other friends, other guitar player mates from all across the world. And fingers 2 and 4, and we're on 9 and 12. So we're at that 3 frets apart. And we're descending all the way down to position number 1 again, position -1. Yeah, that's right. And what we like to do here is we like to smash that like button, and we also like to just warm up with the guitar. So I think it's it's important to keep the. So I'm not sure, Audi, are you a guitar player? I don't know if you're still here. So if you're still here, Audi, just go ahead and give us a shout. So fingers 1 and 3 on 9 and 12. And we're moving along. We're moving along. And this is not a real difficult thing to do, but it can be if you are a beginner guitar player. And you're really looking for something to just, find alignment with your guitar, find alignment with something that you can do that supports you as a player. This is a great place to be. And, I'm just thinking about working on my posture. And I'm working on my breathing patterns, and then I'm going to work on becoming ready to, basically take on more students. So if you know anything about me, if you've been here for a little bit, you know that I've been a founder and a director of the music conservatory. I think the idea is that while you're guarding your time is a guarded resource, right? And time only gets more and more precious, but I've always had a system of value built around the concept of time. Now that I'm spending a significant amount of time down with the guitar, I'm ready, I think, for the 2026 to open up a little bit of my calendar to really start exploring, with friends, guitar player friends who are really interested in the instrument and who have really interested in developing something, surgical, specific to their, your own needs. And so that's one of my goals for 2026 is to align with align with that kind of lifestyle again, at least for another year, and see where that leads us, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at fingers 2 and 3 and 4 on 10, 11, and 12. 1 E and a 2 E and a T E and a 4 E and a. Yeah, just simple stuff. Just a simple block. The patience and the perseverance here and will, of course, pay off down the road. We say down the road, but when we get to down the road, it always feels like we're in a perpetual state of neophyte. We're always sort of, I don't know if you feel the same way, but we always sort of feel like we're neophytes with the guitar. And I think if we can maintain that sense of wonder and that sense of newness, we're doing our jobs. We're doing our jobs as guitar practitioners, because if we didn't feel that sense of wonder, what would keep us playing every day, right? What would keep us bearing the torch of guitar practitioner instead of just becoming a doom scroller? You know what I mean? There are so many easier things to do, just throw a pile at the pile wall, let's see. Loco, good morning, Loco Low. What do you play usually? On my guitar, on my playlist, my radio, what do I listen to? What kind of, I'm assuming what kind of music? Well, I had a primary, so I started and I started appreciating music in church when I was just a wee lad, and I grew to appreciate it enough to pick up the guitar that was always laying around the house. Hey Marco, Marzak, good morning, Greenbury. And then I started to take, electric guitar lessons on my red Crackle Hondo electric guitar. I forget what the amp was, but it was just this little beginner thing. And it was the coolest thing I ever did. So I was bitten by the bug early, and then what happens is I end up going through a series of private lessons for years, and then decade, whatever, or more maybe. And then I get through high school. We're playing in bands, jazz bands, concert bands, stage band, psychedelic rock bands, touring touring around. We did a lot of work, and even in high school, we were pretty young but pretty motivated. You know how it goes. You got all kinds of energy then, and then so we were just taking advantage of all of that energy, playing in a band. So then I went through music school and primary jazz and contemporary music, and with a primary instrument being the guitar, and then with a concentration in performance. So I've been all over the world with guitar, and taught literally thousands of students. Had a couple of a few music programs and a conservatory of music that I founded and directed for a couple of years. That kind of stuff. Got a statue on a university in the capital city of the state in which I live, and it's just kind of those things that happen all of a sudden, and you just realize, well, how did that happen? But then one day you're looking down and you're getting your full body cast done so that you can have your statue made. And it's just funny to think that someone, can happen to someone like me. So if it can happen to someone like me, it can happen to someone like you. Not that it's a good thing or a bad thing, it's just what happens, So I like to practice the guitar, and I like to warm up with the guitar in the mornings, because that's the key for me into the land of guitar practitioner is the warm up. So we're using fingers 1, 3, and 4, and then we're used 1, 2, and 4, and we'll continue along in our warm up process together. All right, so let's go ahead. 4 attacks per beat at 60 beats per minute. When I was 18, went out and bought a guitar. I had to do it, wanted to play the guitar. 18. I remember Tori Amos. Yeah, right on. Wow, I haven't heard any I haven't heard any of Zamos' music for a long time. It's been a while. It's been a spell. I appreciate you bringing. I appreciate you contributing that today. That's it's great to hear. It's great to hear those names. I have to travel. I have to hit the road today. I have to be on the road, and so what I'll do is I'll run a playlist today and surf through some of these suggestions. So definitely appreciate it. Loco. So what do you play? What do you usually play? I enjoy playing shred. I enjoy playing country. I enjoy playing alt country, grunge, rock, jazz, Cuban, Middle Eastern, raga. I enjoy playing a lot of things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. But I'm using fingers 1 and 2 and 4. Loka, that was a great question. I appreciate you asking that question. It took me down memory lane a little bit. It did. Yeah, that's good. And then once in a while, instead of using just the 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 4, what I'll do is I like to, basically 1, 2, 4, 4, 2, 1, and then change it up so I have to use the finger roll exercise. I like to do that, or I like to also focus on just 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 4, whether I'm ascending or descending the string set. Or while I'm descending, I'll use 4, 2, 1, and while I'm ascending, I'll use 4, 2, 1 as well. It's, for some reason, a little more difficult to me to speak over that pattern. Yeah, so you'll notice that my speech is interrupted a little bit when I do that kind of thing, because I don't practice that a lot, but I practice it enough, I suppose, that I can, speak over it a little bit. Which is a good sign, because if you're a guitar teacher, if you really want to be a guitar teacher, a teacher of the guitar, the art of the guitar, the unique and intimate language that it is, it's important to be able to talk over what you're doing while you're modeling something for your friends. So, important skill to possess for some of us, it's not for everybody. But what is for everyone who is a guitar practitioner is warming up with a guitar every day. Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, we made it. We're going to make it to the top of the hour, and we'll do our, 1-minute stretch program. So stick around for that. It's very interesting. Tijuana, okay, Tijuana. Or I'm not again. All right, Tijuana, I'm more broadcasting. Had to do it. I wanted to play guitar. I'm using all 4 fingers now, in case you're wondering. And this is just a very simple, sort of like a walk through the woods. Think about it like you're walking the grandkids or the kids or your dog, or you've got your cat on a leash or in your handbag, and you're just taking a leisurely stroll down the road or through the wooded areas of your dwelling area. And we're just taking it super easy, breathing in and out. When you have a few of us here, and when there's not a whole lot of chat, banter in the live chat, it's like a good sign. Like when people are around the dinner table, when you have guests around the dinner table or family, and after you say your grace and then you start to eat, and it's quiet around the dinner table, the food's good because we're forgetting to speak to one another, right? That whatever it is you're dining on has some value. And that's the way, this is the sort of way I look at the live stream, the live chat. If there's not a whole lot of chat going on, That's okay, because our job really is to provide ourselves with a warm-up pattern and a warm-up period. So if you find yourself wanting to do this kind of thing, you can easily like, share, and subscribe. And if you want to deepen your appreciation and your engagement time, you can also become a channel member. And we are opening, and I think it's open. I'm not sure if it's available yet, but it's going to be available soon. There's a new membership level that you can take a look at. It's about really just kind of like taking care of the next level. It's just about getting serious, and it's about making a commitment, and it's I don't know if it's available yet, but I'll probably talk more about it tomorrow. But I just wanted to let you know, if you are a guitar player really looking for more, and you're ready to proceed with the next thing, that's coming. It's coming in just a day or two. Right, just in time for the new year. Just in time for 2026. That's right. But we're going to just sort of low-key do this together and just kind of make the most out of it. And hopefully, by the time next year, the end of 2026 rolls around, we will have made some great music together. And maybe you've made some of your own recordings and released some of your own recordings. And if you are interested in doing that, I know Pinecone Records USA is available through this channel to help out with that. So we have fingers 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, but this time we're using the kickstand. The first finger stretches back 1 fret. So we're using this nice stretch. We're stretching out really hard, real good. Just getting the stretch done. Keeping the back strong, the core part of our body strong. We're also keeping our breathing strong. All of this while maintaining synchronicity with our metronomic life. That's right, yeah. And we are getting ready to just kind of explode here as guitar practitioners in 2026. This is going to be an exciting time for the guitar. We have spent an entire year together, some of us, and next year we're going to open up some new opportunities for all of us involved, and we'll just expect a really good sizable amount of growth. End of this year, this cycle, season 1, we're going to take a look at what did 260 hours of warm-up time actually do for us. What did it do for us? What is it going to do? Tomorrow is episode number 260, and that's the end. Tomorrow will be the completion of our first year together. That will be the end of season 1, and you can be ready for a little bit of format change, a little bit of metronomic change. We have some exciting things coming. So I hope you're setting some goals for yourself, and I hope they're lofty, but within reason, so we don't set ourselves up for failure. Right, so that's one of the things we want to do. We want to stick to the plan, execute the plan, and that's what we're doing. So I've done all of the 4-finger warm-ups, and all of the 2-finger, all of the 3-finger, and all of the 4-finger warm-ups. So now I'm going to enjoy. I've earned a stretch. I've earned some stretching, so I'm going to take my time and get to it. I've got a little bit of, got my old JJC mug. This is another craft that I sort of have been mastering, and it's taken me a hot minute to master it, but that's imaging. And I've had the privilege of having a number of very, very highly visible people, policymakers, CEOs, songwriters, construction workers, firefighters, just a just a deer, moose, bear, $20 million homes on the ocean's edge. I've had the honor and privilege of having a lot of experience in that. Sports, Boston Red Sox. I've had some of my media on the Celtics Jumbotron. Just the old Jumbotron. That's a fun thing to say, isn't it? You know what? I was going to stretch, and I just got tripping pretty hard there. So let's go ahead and just stretch for a minute. And 1, 2. Oh, we've got some newbies here. New faces. Good morning. Sridhar. What do I say? How do I frame to pronounce your name? How is Kevin talking in the chat? Welcome back, Jimmy. But he's playing guitar, that's right. Hey Jimmy, what's going on? Good morning to you, friend. And I think Kevin just is a superhuman being, just a super person. And I've had some direct connections with him, and I do really enjoy spending some time down with brother Haas. Yeah, he's a great fella. Do you remember me? I remember you, Jimmy. What's going on, Jimmy? It's been a minute. He has no break. He keeps playing and can still play. That's right. Amen. So let's go ahead and get that stretch in that I promised, and it's going to be just a really simple one. And 2 T, fo, measure 3 2 T, fo, 2 3. Oh, stereophonics. Wow. Jeez. Holy smokes. That's really cool, man. And it's that tune. And if that's true, can you say hello, guitar? Hello, guitar. Let's take a look. Maybe tomorrow. Wow, I haven't heard that song in a hot minute. So let's take a look. I don't know if I remember it. Let's see what happens. Maybe tomorrow. Wow, it's been a minute. Let's see. Let's take a look. Da 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 da. Da da da. Yeah, I think it's probably something like. Something like that, like a B flat. It's almost like the rhythm changes, you know, like who wrote the rhythm changes? You know, was it Gershwin? I've got rhythm. I've got rhythm. Rhythm. I've got rhythm. So on. So it's I've got rhythm, I've got music. Who could ask for anything more? Oh man, trouble. Right. It's really those rhythm changes, I think. Yeah, so the changes there get really kind of interesting during the bridge. That 5 of 5 of 5 of 5, the 5 of the 5 of the 5 of the 5 chord, which leads back to the 1. All right, so the 5 of 6, the 5 of 2, the 5 of 5, and then the 5 of 1. Right, so the rhythm changes. I think it's really it's slowed down and it sounds great that way. Right, 1, 2, E. Let's go ahead and jump right back into the morning ritual for guitar growth, if you don't mind. I see the Mark Knopfler. You remember the duet that he did with Mr. James Taylor? So Mr. Mark Knopfler did a duet with a beautiful duet. Do you know the duet I'm talking about? And it's one of my, I think it's one of my absolute, whoa, excuse me. It's one of my absolute favorite songs. Yeah, it really is. It's called Sailing to Philadelphia. Has anybody heard it? Hey, Chronic's back. What's going on, Chronic? Hooked on Chronic. Yeah. It's great to see you again, man. How's touring going? Yeah, that's right. It's so good to see you, man. I haven't seen you for a while. Hope the guitar's coming together, the Martin's coming together well. Maybe that was done. Ezekiel, good morning. Yes, sir. How about Kim Carnes' Rod Stewart duet? Oh, you know what? I'm thinking there's a song that's really cool. Man, I haven't heard that in a long. Mr. Stewart and Ms. Carnes, I think just are it's hard to. Should we do it? Let's do that in the last 15 minutes. There's so much great stuff to talk about. It's just it's important for me to stay on track though. So I appreciate hearing all of these things because this does inform where we're going. Putting a cedar clear coat finish on it and it'll be done. Put coated strings and a new neck on it. Damn. Wow. A new neck on it. That's pretty ballsy. It sounds like you've got it going on. I built a couple guitars and I definitely appreciate what it was. So what it was like to, what is it, hide glue? You probably had to heat that, right? You had to steam that to get the neck off. That's quite a process, isn't it? We talk about it in passing like it was no big deal, but it's actually a pretty big deal to do it and not damage everything else around it, right? we're just working, yeah, it took 3 days, but I'm a noob. Yeah, that's right. I'm sure you're a newbie. Yeah, just getting started at it, right? Yeah, I hear that. I get up in the morning and I look at myself in the mirror and I think, man, what a noob. What a neophyte. What am I doing even playing the guitar? Putting the new one on was a lot easier than taking the old one. I can bet. I steamed apart an upright bass guitar one time, and I had a shop, and I had just bought it was a 5/8 size, I think, or whatever it was, and I forget. It was just big enough for my daughter, and so I ended up steaming it apart to repair it. And I have all of the pieces still in a box in storage. But it's a beautiful instrument. It's one of those things that one day is going to come back together, and it's going to come back together nicely, and it'll be, hold quite a bit of value because of the nature of the instrument and the quality of the wood, and it being made out of unobtainium. Do you know what I mean? Jazz black. Oddly enough, she wanted it purple, I think. It was some kind of a purple sort of like burst color. It's going to be a to-do when it comes back together. It's going to be quite a process. But the piece of spruce on the top, it's all one piece. It's just an amazing instrument. It really is an amazing instrument. And I've got to get my bottoming gear and get that going. So it's good to hear from all of you this morning. So let's take a look. We've gone through all of the 2-finger, 3-finger, and 4-finger warm-ups. This is the penultimate session. This is episode 259. We have 260. Tomorrow is our last session, live session of the year. And then we begin. Drum roll, please. Where's Paul Schaefer when you need him, Drum roll. So we've got session 1 of season 2 beginning on New Year's Day. The actual format is going to be a little tighter. It's going to be a little more focused, a little more streamlined, and offering those of us who really want to explore new opportunities to do that, right? So we're getting pretty excited about that. And I appreciate you sharing that enthusiasm. Let's go ahead and work through the pentatonic system, and we're starting with what I call shape number 1. If you don't have the PDF binder, you can have the free PDF binder. Just email me at jason@jasoncareyguitar.com, or you can visit us on the web at jasoncareyguitar.com, JasonCareyguitar.com. That's right, DOTCOM. So do you ever feel like just pushing that metronome or that metronomic life around a little bit? Well, I like to do that sometimes. I like to push and pull and stretch on time a little bit, like we're circling, black hole or something. So here we go. We're finishing up shape number 1, back to shape number 2. Yeah, it's the major shape, right? It's the major pentatonic shape, but they're all major pentatonic and minor pentatonic and sus4 pentatonic, add 9 pentatonic. It really depends on what is the chord of the moment. That, my friend, is really what makes the deal. And then, even more so than what's the chord of the moment, is what exactly is the bass player playing? Because as soon as the bass player drops a note, then it really tells us what chord we are actually playing. So if you're playing a G flat major chord and the bass guitar player starts to play a G natural, or an F, then you're basically playing a G flat majors. If you're playing G flat major 7 or G flat major, the bass guitar player decides to play a G natural, you're definitely playing a flat 9 chord of some sort. Something is going on, or you're playing, because it's it's you know, all of a sudden you're part of like Resolution and the Mahavishnu Orchestra or something. It's just a great sound. So the bass player really will end up deciding. So shape number 3, 1, 3, and here we go. And just kind of going through all of the motions, and that's what this morning ritual for guitar growth is actually. It's programming, and so we want to be careful to program our fingers accurately, and we want to be careful to program our fingers on both hands, both limbs accurately. That includes the amount of pick pressure, the plectrum pressure that we use. That includes the amount of pressure that it takes to actually fret the tone, because if we use more pressure than necessary, we end up playing out of tune. And if we don't use just enough pressure to fret the tones, then we end up playing with buzzes, right? So we get buzzes everywhere we turn. So let's go ahead for shape 4. We are go for shape number 4. We're ready to jettison the shape number 4 lunar module. You imagine Frank Zappa named his children Moon Unit and Dweezil. What an awesome dude. Did you ever read the autobiography, the Zappa autobiography? I started writing another song yesterday called actually 3 days ago, but I started actually recording it yesterday, called Rusty Desk. And it takes aim at these like hypothetical characters in politics and in life in general. It's not, it's not really aimed at any one person, because that would be distasteful. But it is sort of aimed at one person. I mean, hypothetically aimed at one sort of type of person. So let's go ahead through shape number 5. So 2, 4, 2, 4, 1, 4, 1, 4, 2, 4, 2, 4. Leon, good morning. Italiano, good morning. Good morning. Mosen, good morning. B45, 845 punch. Good morning. The inversions add flavor. They certainly do, man. I remember working through Autumn Leaves one time, and then I performed it. I never played a root position voicing in that tune. It was all like, I tried to find as many common tones in the voicings as I could, especially in the bass notes, in the bass region of the arrangement of the chords. That's a fun exercise to do, just to see that we can, just checking in to see if we can do that, right? Yeah, just kind of having some fun with that. quick question: How many of us allow ourselves time to? Let's get that out of there. How many of us allow ourselves the time to actually go on a discovery-based method, just like searching down and letting our imaginations work? So, are you spend a fair amount of time? Do you spend enough time? Do you spend too much time sort of doing the discovery-based method? Writing really simple tunes and really simple riffs, and just taking note of those. Put those in the little catalog or your recording notebook, and then watch those come together over the next year. Yeah, we're going to be talking a lot more about that kind of thing. We're going to be very productive this year. Yeah, that's true. Hey, have you guys, I appreciate that, Kevin. A fair amount of time. That's a good, healthy approach. So we've got this really nice, I like to look at shapes like this, like Mr. Nicholas Slonimsky. So I've got this 1, 3, 5, 1, 3, 5. You know how we've been doing these arpeggiation studies, right? We've got these really cool, like minor shapes. We've got all kinds of stuff going on the guitar. But then we have the 1, 3, 5. What if I go up a half step, right? 1, 3, 5, and then up another half step, 1, 3, 5, and then 1, 3, 5. I can do that 3 times and I'm back to the octave from whence I came, right? So G, E flat, B, and then G major, right? So we have G major, E flat major, and then we have B flat, or B natural, and B major. So this is basically G, B, and then E flat, which is the G, B, E flat, the G triad, or the G augmented triad. And this is the entire premise upon which our good friend and mentor, the late great John Coltrane, built his tune called Giant Steps, right? Is using that principle of moving. He had a session of discovery one morning and thought, the universe is an amazing place to wonder about, and through those wanderings, we create these really cool, like really cool little jazz lines, right? Where we move through the augmented system instead of the diminished system. Every 3 frets we have a flatted 6, and then another flatted 6, another flatted 6, and then flatted 6 on top of. So these repeating patterns happen everywhere in nature, as we know. And so it's fun to do that on guitar. Another one that sounds really cool on the guitar when we are going over the deep end, right? When we're jumping into the deep end is the 1, 3, 5, and then we drop down a half step. That 1, 3, 5 there with the flat 5, and then we come down a half step and we're back to the octave already. So we have 1, 3, 5. Right, it sounds really cool. And to play that in different places and in different fingerings, that can sound really amazing on the guitar. It's definitely a trip to hear for the first time, right? I think you're going to enjoy that kind of stuff. So thinking in terms of like warm-up growth for this year to come, we have a lot of new places to travel together. And it's going to be, fun and relatively pain-free most of the time, but at some points it's going to be a little head scratch here and there. And I just wanted to lead with this. Just stick with it the stick-to-itiveness. You've already proved you can make it a year of doing basically the same thing, and you can experience a tremendous amount of growth just by doing that. So I am going to go into new places this year, and I hope to go to new places together this year. And I'm sure that will be the case. And let's take a look. We did all of the 2-finger, 3-finger, and 4-finger permutations. We did the diagonal patterning. We also did the pentatonic systems. We also worked on all 5 of those shapes. And then we did a lot of blah, blah, blah. And now we worked on a couple of new patterns. And then some stuff to kind of work on in the back burner. It's cool enough you might bring it to the front burner, but what's going on? Hey, Robbie's in the house. Good morning, Robbie. Good morning, Robbie. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. So, all right, let's take a look at open position. I just wanted to leave you this. So I'm going to start this with the C major scale. You know the C major scale. I believe you know the C major scale, and if you don't, that's okay. It's not a really important scale anyway. You know what I mean? It's like one of those scales, you could take it or leave it, the C major scale. Gotta open the vent on this thing. Man, this thing is a surprise every time. So as we were saying, the C major scale, you know, take it or leave it, whatever. But I like to take it because it's an important scale to me and to many. Grandson shared the flu. Oh, what a good boy. What a good boy he is. Hey, good morning, Eli. Good morning. Glad to see you again. So we got this really cool C major scale. C, open D, let's see, and then E, F, G, A, open B, and then C. There's that, right? Slack snuck onto the active part of the string. I'm not sure how that happens sometimes. But we have the C major scale. You know, do. So those songs are pretty important to learn, you know, excuse me, all of those songs are important to learn. But now we're taking it back to warm-up land, and we're thinking, so moving a 1, 2, 3, and then going back to the first note. 1, 2, 3, that's the cushion that bounces us up to the next tone. So 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, and then 2, 3, 4, 2, and then 3, 4, 5, 3. In the open position, but I would think, you know, down 3, back to the place from whence we came, and then down 1, that's the beginning of the next down 3, and then we're kind of filling in the gaps between, you know, the open and closed positions, but we'll get more into that next time. And I appreciate you all being here, and I'll definitely see you tomorrow. Tomorrow is a big day for me, and it's a big day for you if you've been here for most of the year. This is an accomplishment. This is an historic moment for the channel, for certain. We, good Lord willing, we are going to complete our first year together and our first season. And I totally understand if you had enough after this and you want to check out. It's been real, it's been fun, but if you're here for the duration and you want to continue along, I will be here tomorrow this is our penultimate lesson of the session. Tomorrow will be our final session for the season, and I hope to see you again there for that, and maybe help us celebrate a little bit, maybe make it rain cash. No, it's going to be a good time. It's going to be like a really, you know, it'll be just like today, but it will be the last session for season 1. So I can't wait to share it with you, and you guys have a wonderful day. Have a great day, everyone. Thanks for a great year and friendship, Jason. One last until tomorrow for 2025. It's crazy to think that this is happening. You know, just who would have thought? Raul, we'll see you soon. Robbie, give the kids a hug and a kiss for us, and maybe not by actually maybe in proximity, but we don't want to get it. But I hope you recover quickly and enjoy that chicken soup. Until tomorrow, I wish you all happy picking.